We have some very important guest speakers. Diana Weiland will be here today to talk to you about your roles and responsibilities when it comes to a survey. And really what that means is compliance. We have got to know what the rules and the regulations are for all of us. Bethany Meadows, Bethany Home Sioux Falls, Bethany Home Brandon. And we have to make sure that we're upholding those. Why is that? Quality of care and quality of life for our residents. But it's also for the success of Bethany. And it's also for the success of you in your job at Bethany. One of the things that's also important to your success at Bethany is your understanding and compliance with ethics. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about that this morning. It's nothing new. It's out of the handbook. It's been in the handbook since I've been with Bethany for over 16 years. We need to make sure that we all understand it. Like I said, we're raising the bar and we uphold it. It's a good thing. Just want to make sure you understand. To help me do that, I am going to need 10 volunteers. You don't have to come up here, and I don't need you right away, but you are going to have to speak. But I am going to give you the words, so it's not hard, okay? So, can I just see 10 people raise their hand that are willing to help me out in a little bit? I got Kelly is 1. Diane is 2, Julie 3, Ryan, Rayanne, what is that, like 5? I need 5 more, something like that. Thank you, Chevy. Linda, 6, 7 maybe?
Yep.
Tyler, Renee, 8. Kathy, 9. 1 more. Ashley?
Yeah, Ashley.
All right, Ashley, where are you? There you go. Thank you. All right, let's talk about ethics. Somebody help me so I don't go too long, because I could talk about this all day. Ethics is a discussion of right and wrong behavior, good and bad actions, and the justification of what makes them right and wrong. Ethical behaviors are practices and decisions that are guided by legal. That includes rules and regulations and policies and procedures. Did you know they're legal? They're the law. Any policy and procedure that we have in place at Bethany is considered a regulation, and all regulations are considered law. Did you know that? They're moral principles to benefit the greater good of others and Bethany. So, how do you make ethical decisions? The quiz is kind of hard, so you might want to pay attention to the quiz and fill in the answers. There's a lot of, you need to fill it in. Hint, hint. So, before you act, if you're going to make an ethical decision, ask yourself this all the time. You know, I think it was 1980, maybe 1979, when I had my first job as a CNA. And it was at Mom and Dad's nursing home in Sioux Falls, and I remember the director of nursing, her name was Nita Burke. And Nita said to me, as part of my training, the first thing she said to me, and it's interesting that this has stuck with me this long, but she was asking me to think about making an ethical decision. She said, when you're in a room alone with a resident, she said, remember, Jesus is with you. And she said, all your actions, everything you're saying, everything you're doing, Jesus is with you. So think about that. If nothing else, when you come to work, do your work to honor God, even when nobody's looking. So ask yourself, is the decision I'm making wrong or right? What do I have to gain? What are the potential consequences? Is this action legal? It's compliant with regulations. If you don't know, ask before you act. Would my actions harm anyone, including myself? Am I going to get fired for what I'm about to do? Could I get fired? What if my actions made the front page in front of someone important to me, or were announced over the loudspeaker for everybody to hear? What would my actions say about me? Who do I admire? what would this person do? And what if everybody did this? So we're going to talk about 10 traits of work ethics. Number 1, attendance. Come to work, be on time, be ready to work. Be on time for meetings. When you come to a meeting, be ready to work. Let's not talk about the weekend forever and ever and ever. We like camaraderie, but we're here to work. Be on time. Character. Always display honesty. This includes reporting problems, mistakes, and concerns. We really need to hear from you. Our Quappy plan says that we have a fair and just culture, and we do. There is going to be less harm to you if you come forward and you say, I made a med error. I forgot to apply this treatment. I saw something happen. Whatever. Please bring it forward. We will work with you in resolving the issue. Mistakes happen. Gross negligence is another thing. If you know what you're doing is wrong and you do it anyway, and there's a really bad result, that's one thing. But mistakes happen, you guys. We all make them. I make them every day. And we want you to know that we'll work with you in resolving problems, but we can't help you if you don't bring it forward. There can be more problems if you don't bring it forward. We're in a situation today with the Department of Health that we have to report everything. In fact, I was at a conference in San Diego, and they told us that the reporting expectation is so great that facilities are hiring people just to report. And so you gotta know what you're doing. You have to bring forward when a mistake happens. And we report it in good faith, and it's like we self-identify, and we have a plan of correction, and we move forward, and we're all better for it. But when you don't report it, and then we find out that something happened, now not only do we have to report it, but we have to report you for not reporting it.
All of us are mandated reporters in this room. Every single one of us working in the positions that we work in, we are mandated reporters. So, like Deb said, if you don't bring it to our attention, we have to bring that to the state's attention.
And when it goes to the state, I don't have any control anymore, and neither does Hunter or Tyler. They'll decide what they're going to do. So for your protection, we want you to be successful, we want to help you, we want to work with you. Just bring it forward. A third trait of work ethics is teamwork. Results are more effective if you work as a team. Be respectful of your teammates and your supervisor and all leadership. Okay? We expect good manners. We expect customer service. We've talked about this before. Treat each other with kindness and goodness. Please and thank you. Work together. Be proactive. If you see something that somebody else was supposed to do, like there's trash on the floor and they didn't take care of it, be a good team member. Pick it up. Respect leadership, your supervisor. We expect that just respect for authority. Okay, if we visit with you about something and we ask you to follow through with it, that's our expectation. We expect you to do that. Just common manners, you guys. Please and thank you. May I help you? Those kinds of things. Appearance. One of the 10 traits of work ethics is appearance. Know the dress code. It's in the handbook, and follow it. Dress to represent Bethany and to honor the work that you do. What you do is honorable. That's why we have the Bethany Spirit Awards. That's why we have Bethany U. What you do is so important. Dress like it, okay? And to honor and show respect to our residents. They come from a time where, again, They have a lot of respect for their position, for professions, for authority, for themselves and for each other, and so you can help them with that by dressing appropriately for work. That brings honor to them. And do it to honor leadership at Bethany. It's our expectation. We uphold the handbook, the rules, the regulations. We uphold the dress code. We expect you to do the same, and in doing so you honor us. And we thank you for that. And use proper etiquette. Remember, please and thank you. Attitude. Show a good attitude to everyone at Bethany. Remember we talked about showtime? You know, when you come to work and it's like you're walking through a curtain and you're here to perform. You're here to perform in your different roles. Don't gossip or complain. Look for and promote solutions. Internally and externally, everybody's job description says to promote Bethany in a positive way. Productivity. We talked about this. It's showtime. Come to work. Be ready to work. Read and follow that care plan. Read and follow that care plan. Read and follow that care plan. Just in case you didn't hear me, read and follow that care plan.
Use your gate belts.
Organization. Making ethical decisions can affect our image, Bethany and yours. Okay? Think about Bethany's reputation. It is also your reputation. Do you want to work for a 5-star facility? You want to work for a 1-star facility? You want to work for a 5-star facility because that's your reputation too. And I know that we all are 5-star employees. One unethical decision can destroy Bethany or you. And how does it destroy us? Survey, lawsuits, firing, loss of license or certification. This is serious stuff, you guys. Change. Things are going to change from time to time. Demonstrate flexibility and be open to change. Be ready to work. Be ready to adapt. Communication, we talked about this. You got to report. Be timely in your communication. Be respectful in your communication. Be honest in your communication. Document very carefully and seek guidance if unsure. And respect. We can make a better place to work if we are respecting everyone at Bethany. Resident rights, you guys. Know them, uphold them, and advocate for them. So the other thing that is part of ethics is the justification piece. And here are some of the things that people do to justify their actions. I deserve this. I'm too busy. I'm too tired. I'm too stressed. Well, everyone else is doing it. I could just document the same thing as last time or document early without doing it because it's always the same. The answer to all of that is no. Okay, do the right thing.
Think about your weights. It's a big one.
All right, we're going to talk about Bethany's general personnel expectations. And these are what I said are in the handbook, and they have been in there for at least 16 years. And this is where I need my volunteers. I would like you to stand up and share with the group what the first general personnel expectation is at Bethany. Who's number 1? Linda. Oh. Turn the page, everybody, to general personnel expectations.
Integrity. Employees are constantly aware of and practice confidentiality, honesty, and sincerity.
Thank you. Number 2, second volunteer. Julie.
Awareness. The employee is knowledgeable of and adheres to facility policies and procedures. Regular attendance at in-services and meetings is necessary to remain well informed.
Got that? Integrity and awareness. Number 3, third volunteer. Brian, get my steps in.
Number 3, cooperation. The employee adheres to facility policies and administrative goals. If unsure, the department supervisor is to be approached for clarification and direction.
Comprehension. The employee understands what is expected of him or her. If unsure, the department supervisor is approached for clarification and direction.
Thank you. Chevy, got the next one?
Judgment. Employees think through and apply common sense to questions and problems that arise.
Hey, who's got the next one? Tyler.
Number 6, foresight. Employees consider future consequences of their actions and problems that arise.
Initiative. Employees approach their supervisor with ideas for improving the quality of their work.
Communication. Employees are encouraged to question, recommend, and otherwise discuss situations of residents' care with their supervisor and subordinates at an appropriate time and place.
Kathy?
Restraint. The employees exercise self-control and patience when faced with difficulties or situations over which they have little control.
All right, and then the last one, I'm going to bring up here to Diana or Renee. I saw you guys' hands go up. Remember?
Number 10, objectivity. Employees in giving or receiving criticism address themselves to the situations and procedures rather than to personalities.
Okay, thank you. I thought maybe it would help if we all took a turn reading those to help you understand that that applies to everybody. Please know those expectations. Now we have a code of conduct, and this is in the handbook as well. It talks about the different things that we strive for at Bethany. We strive to engage in ethical business, professional, and personal relationships with assurance of promoting everyone's well-being, everyone's. Strive to deliver quality health care services while respecting residents' rights, insisting that team members have the credentials, experiences, etc., etc. What that means is we hold each other accountable. Strive to comply with applicable laws and regulations. The Department of Health makes sure of that. Strive to avoid conflicts of interest. Strive to diligently respect the rights of others. We will respect. There's that word again. I don't know if you noticed it, but it's just like throughout the whole thing. If you remember nothing else from this, remember respect. As a Christian healthcare entity, we will work for meaning, encouragement, and spiritual support, trusting that caring for the body and the spirit is inspired by a higher power and entrusted to each one of us. It is an honor to do our work at Bethany. And we are honored that you have chosen Bethany. Thank you.